Good evening and welcome to this midweek edition of Plus Sports on Plus TV Africa. My name is Wale Agbede, back on your screen for another bumper edition of the show. It's midweek. What that means is that there's football on the menu. Obviously, today we'll be touching on the game we saw last night at the Santiago Bernabeu in the Spanish capital of Madrid. It promised to serve us a very spicy encounter, and it did serve us. Just 2 goals, but of course it was excitement from start to finish. It was a tactical battle on the bench between both managers, and of course on the pitch it was a chess fist between the 22 players who of course filed out for both clubs. It was Real Madrid against Manchester City. We did preview it on the show yesterday, and today is the second semi-finals, the Milan Derby, and of course we are going to be spending some time on that right here on the show this evening. We're here until 6 p.m. So that means we have almost a full hour of sporting action. Of course, as we'll be crisscrossing from football to athletics. We even might have some squash for you on the show this evening. There's, of course, some tennis. And, of course, we're going from Nigeria to Africa to the rest of the world. All right, so let's start off with a story concerning a Nigerian athlete, Blessed Okagbare. There's been a new twist to the drug issues that led to the 11-year ban that was handed over to Okagbare, who is Nigeria's track queen. Of course, she's based in the U.S. There's been a confession by a therapist in Texas named Lira. He came in the late hours of Monday, and now we are getting more information about that. The story is that Lira faces up to 10 years in prison after pleading guilty to supplying performance-enhancing drugs to Olympic athletes, including banned Okagbare. That's according to the United States authorities yesterday. Lira is a naturopathic therapist based in the city of El Paso in Texas, and is the first individual to be convicted under a new United States law introduced in the wake of Russia's state-backed Olympic doping scandals. That's according to the Department of Justice of the United States. The law, which was passed in 2020, named after Russian whistleblower Grigory Rodchenkov, enables the American authorities to prosecute individuals involved in international doping fraud conspiracies. So what that means is, as long as you're involved in the conspiracy to commit that fraud that involves doping, whether it's in sports, most especially in sports, then of course you have to go to jail. Before now, people like this were not sent to jail. It was just the athletes who used to get punished for whatever it is that comes out of those tests. Now, Lira was found to have supplied drugs to Okagbare in the build-up to the pandemic-delayed Olympics in Tokyo in 2021. And Okagbare, she has been subsequently banned from the sport for 11 years. She was expelled from the Tokyo Games just before the 100 meters semi-finals, but it has now emerged that she had, it emerged at the time that she tested positive for human growth hormone in an out-of-competition test in Slovakia before the start of the global showpiece. Of course, she was suspended before the semi-final because the results didn't come in until after the quarterfinals. So that meant that that was only when they could take action. United States Attorney Damian Williams said after Lira pleaded guilty in a federal court in Manhattan that the case was a watershed moment for international sports. Athletes who obtained the drugs from Lira were not all identified in the statement released by the DOJ, but the Athletics Integrity Unit, an independent anti-doping body, have said today that it included Okagbare and another Nigerian. One whom, I think this is a story that a lot of Nigerians would not be happy about. It's still developing, but Divine Oduduru, it seems, must have also been one of the patients of Eric Lira, and he might be facing a potential 6-year ban for doping. Unfortunate for Nigerian athletics because, after all of the exploits of the likes of Toby Amusan last year, and even, from the times of Blessing Okagbare, all the success that she had in the Diamond League, and of course in the Olympics, in the World Athletics Championships, and the likes of Divan Oduduru, who seem to be passing the baton onto the new generation of athletes who are doing Nigeria proud all over the world. It's just quite unfortunate that these two beacons of success. I mean, the people who everybody in athletics looked at as role models. I mean, Okagbare is still called the track queen in Nigeria, doing the long jump and the sprint races for Nigeria. I mean, if Oduduru does go on to get a 6-year ban, then it would be really, really, really unfortunate. And we do hope that everything gets cleared up. But of course, we remain on the side of justice.